Hi, and welcome back. Our project today on the Washington is going to be to replace the light in the meter. If you look here, let's zoom in a little, you can see that the light on the meter is not very bright. So what we're going to do, I ordered some LED lights. We're going to replace the light behind the meter with a LED. So we're gonna pull the case open and take a look in there and see what we need to do. When we look inside the radio, here's the meter right here, and how the light works. It's like a backlight to the plastic here, and it lights up the dial. I don't know if it doesn't look faded. It's not yellowed at all. I think we just need a little bit of a brighter light. So what we're going to do is clip these wires, and we're going to install a new LED. And I think what I'll do is try to extend it out to about the center of the meter, and we'll see what that does. I think one light should be bright enough. So let's go ahead and clip the wires. There's a little zip tie right here we're going to have to clip, and we'll bring in another zip tie when we're done. But with the LEDs, we're going to have to figure out the positive and negative, because that does matter when you install an LED. So let's go ahead and clip the wires and remove the light. Some kind of sticky stuff on it. There we go. So here's what we went with for the LED light. I was able to find them on Amazon, a 5mm light, 12 volts. And they come in with a built resistor to regulate the electrical flow to the light. And they only consume 0.25 watts. And they appear from reviews, someone said they used it in a ham radio and they were happy with the brightness. And according to the specs, it has a 20,000 hour lifespan. So I thought this looked like a good possibility. So let's go ahead and install the light and see what we think of it. All right, we now need to figure out which ones are negative and which one is positive. So let's take a guess here first. Okay, I think that's right. This should show negative. Yeah. Okay, so the back one's positive, front one's negative. So we're gonna get somewhere in here, I have a permanent marker. Here it is. And we're gonna mark the wire that's negative. We're gonna color it black. All right, let's go ahead and connect it. All right, we went ahead and I decided to go with 2 LEDs. I had 1 LED and it just wasn't bright enough to get full illumination on the gauge. So if we go ahead and turn the light on here, you can see that it illuminates the back of the dial pretty well here, so we'll get full illumination in the front. And we're going to put the case back together so we can get a good test of the brightness on the gauge. If you look over on this side, what I did, let me get something to point here. You can see that I used a zip tie here. I used a different color one. And you can see that the wires are really stiff, so it holds them in place. I probably could put some type of mounting bracket up here, but I think this works pretty well. Like I said, the wire's really bendable. So I was able to position it exactly where I wanted. And let's go ahead and turn it on. And let's zoom in on that gauge. And you can see that it's nice and bright and very easy to read now. So like I said before, I had put in one LED and it was only lighting up part of the RF meter, the signal meter here. And once I put 2 LEDs in, it was enough to light up the entire gauge. So I highly recommend, if you do go with those LEDs, to mount 2 of the lights in there to get the full brightness of the gauge. Also, another kind of a coolness factor here is those LEDs kind of produce a soft, almost a blue light, how it reflects off the metal that comes out of the ventilation grills. And at nighttime, it's really cool looking. So also you can kind of see, it shows all the imperfections, but I think that's just dust. You can see how nice the painting of the case came out. So I was very happy with that. All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably put this at around a 3 or 4 maybe in difficulty. Probably just, getting in there and stripping the wire down close to the wiring harness and soldering if your soldering skills aren't very good. But I had to turn the volume down here. There's some guy on 38 that's just cussing, racist, and just trying to get people going. I don't understand it. I don't understand all these people that have to be so negative. We all share a passion for radio, the hobby. Let's keep politics and bad language out of it. So there you have it. There's how you replace the lights behind the light meter. And like I said, make sure you use the LCDs. They're super bright. They give a nice kind of a blue light. And they also, from what I read, don't produce very little, if any, UV radiation, which from what I read is what discolors your plastic. And luckily on this radio, the plastic has no discoloration. So hit that like button if you like my videos, and also hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you follow my channel. So thanks again, and I will see you soon.